Alright, well that was Nintendo's Direct for February 17th, 2021. And I definitely did not want to let this event go by without at least pointing out a couple things that I'm really looking forward to. Needless to say, there are a couple Nintendo titles that people have been really anticipating and really hoping that they would talk about more and or announce. Add to that the fact that Nintendo really hasn't done a Direct in about 4 or 5 months, and that equates to a lot of people just wanting a little nugget on what's going on with these games exactly. Now before I start, I would like to just say please don't hate me if something that you really liked I didn't include in it. I really didn't hate anything from this event, it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of my video, so I'm just gonna add the stuff that I'm personally excited for, so don't hate me forevers. Anyways, here are my favorite announcements from Nintendo's Direct in February of 2021. First game announcement isn't exactly a game that's new to my channel. Check out the 2 videos I already did on the game. That announcement was the game Fall Guys coming to the Nintendo Switch. Now again, I have already played the game and fell off sometime around Season 2 was launched, so I have already had my fill of the game, but I don't know, if it's reasonably priced, maybe it might be fun to go back and play occasionally just to see if they're able to draw me back in. The second announcement I loved was a game that I absolutely loved, as well as a series that I absolutely love, and that is Tales from the Borderlands coming to the Nintendo Switch. Now like Fall Guys, this is also a game that I have already played and already beaten, so for me this is most certainly a game that I would like to experience again, but this time having the ability to play in handheld mode sounds kinda cool. The next announcement that kinda jumped out at me a little bit was Stubs the Zombie coming to the Nintendo Switch. Now this is an older title that I don't have in my collection and have never played, so for me if it's reasonably priced, it seems like this might be a cool way to experience the game for the first time. Additionally, Stubs the Zombie as of right now is retailing at about $110, so it's not necessarily an easy game to find. It also wasn't exactly critically acclaimed, it had favorable reviews, but just not a game that was on many people's minds at the time. So this really is the kind of game that could benefit from having more accessibility options. The next announcement from the Direct could also be my favorite. It's simply them announcing that they are going to be selling physicals of Hades for the Nintendo Switch. Now this too is also a game that I have already covered on my channel, and in my review I deemed it my favorite game that came out in 2020, so yes, obviously I'm super excited to be able to buy a physical of the game, and I cannot wait to put that on my shelf. Next up, they did announce an HD release of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword for the Nintendo Switch. Now I will be honest with you guys, I've only ever played a couple of Zelda games and I don't have a huge connection with the Zelda franchise. So I almost wasn't going to include this game, but after talking with some friends who are huge fans of the Zelda series, and one of them's favorite Zelda game is even Skyward Sword, they've kind of convinced me to maybe be more willing to give this game a chance. And that the Wii's motion controls are really what kind of killed the game and ticked a lot of people off about it. And I will say for me, one of my favorite announcements from the Direct was surprisingly a new Mario Golf game, Mario Golf Super Rush. Now I've never even played a Mario Golf game, but I don't know, this one looks really fun. I mean, back in the days I used to really like playing Hot Shots Golf, and I feel like just right now I'm pretty open to maybe getting into a golf game. They're also adding a bunch of new modes to the game, like Speed Golf, which looks super fun. And best of all, they're adding a dang story mode, which, heck yeah, sign me up. Okay, well there you have it. There are all of my favorite things that I took away from the Nintendo Direct. I'll also add, here are 2 other games that almost made my list, but just something about them kind of turns me off in some way or another. One being a lot of Mario-themed content coming to Animal Crossing New Horizons. Now, I don't actually have any problem with the content itself, but honestly, I was playing that game for like 6 or 7 months straight, and I feel like I'm just kind of done with that game. And 2 was another new game announced called Project Triangle Strategy, which is made by the people that made Octopath Traveler, which is a game I've been super interested in and playing for a long time. Now, I was excited about this game at first, but then I found out it's a tactics game, which No offense to tactics games, but they're just not my bag. So yeah, unfortunately it was close, but just didn't make the cut. Overall though, as a whole, the event I felt like was a little lackluster. It honestly wasn't that terrible, but I already know in the next few days you're going to hear tons of people asking, oh, where's Breath of the Wild 2? And oh, where's Metroid Prime 4? But for me, I was already kind of expecting those games not to be out this year, so it's not really a problem for me, I guess. I would also kind of expect maybe COVID still kind of having the same effect in terms of development. So who knows in the background what's getting moved around or what's getting pushed back. One thing I did notice that I was disappointed that was kind of missing is I think maybe later on they're going to do a direct solely for Pokemon Snap, which I'm crazy excited for. And I absolutely need to know more about the game. Well, what did you guys think of the Nintendo Direct, and what did you think of my video? Also, what announcements did you not like, and what are you crazy super excited for in the future? I can't wait to hear from you guys in the comments, and overall can't wait to just see what Nintendo does with any of these announcements. Anyways, like always, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you, please be safe, and I'm actually working on a ton of videos at the moment, and I can't wait to deliver them to you on the next EnteR ChazmaN. See you guys. Hey now, I see you made it through the video and liked or even possibly loved it. Well, if you want to see any more additional content or you'd like to get into contact with me, consider checking out some of my social medias right here. And if you'd like to go above and beyond and want to support my channel monetarily, here is also a couple places where you can do so. And if nothing else, simply liking, sharing, and subscribing would make me the happiest ChazmaN on the planet.